Reality on the ground, the real people, real issues. We're coming to you live from Kabale. It's a very, very chilly, cold morning. And of course, where we are, we're at the gateway. If you can see in my background here, we have a roundabout that has a lot of things, but one thing that stands out, we actually see the gorillas. This is a gateway to the gorilla tracking, and not only that, you can see some woman having some kind of a basket, maybe trying to do something, and a guy standing on the other side, a man with an axe and a spear of the sorts. Then down here we have tea. There is tea as a cash crop. And, you know, of course, some other beautification here in Kabale. So the question today we are having is, while we are all geared up to domestic tourism, is Kabale ready? That's the conversation we're having. And joining me for this conversation, I have the LOC 5 chairperson, Mr. Patrick Besije Kewa. Good morning, Chairman.
Good morning. How are you, my brother?
It is an honor to be here.
It is indeed.
Your town is very cold.
Yeah, that's the beauty of Kabale. That's God's given nature.
And you told people not to have heaters in the hotels?
No. Then that would restore the beauty of Kabale, and we would not stand out for that. Yeah.
Chairman, let's first give me an overview of Kabale. There is a lot that has changed, the road network. I see this beautification. Kwanza, tell me something about this.
This beautification spells it all, that Kabale is now on track of development, and we are getting ready and prepared for the tourism hub. We want this Kabale to be a tourism town so that we can tap into the God-given resource. And that beautification is done jointly between Kabale municipality and the development partner, which is Gez Highland, that has introduced and helped government to have tea as one of our cash crops in the area. And there is no government resource that has been spent here. It is only through lobbying and partnership.
This was lobbying, no government spending?
No government resources put here, apart from the roundabout that was done by government. But the beautification is as a result of teamwork between Kabale municipality and Kigezi Highland Company.
Let's talk about the behavior changes. I was here from yesterday at 11 in the morning, and I took time to walk around in the evening, but there are less buveras, there are less plastics. Chairman, how have we gotten there? How have we achieved this?
It is a campaign spearheaded by the leadership of Kabale. And the teamwork of our people who are also zealous to make sure that gone are the days when Kabale and the rest of the country will not embrace the environmental issues. And now that people are very cooperative, you can see even here right now, there is what demonstrates that all the buvelas, all the plastics must be put here.
But is it plastic in there, Chairman? Let's check.
There is a law. The chairman, does not tell lies. We act by example, and I believe I want to thank the people of Kabale and the town dwellers for having really come up with a good gear and spirit to make sure that we make our beautiful town.
I'm of a suggestion. Could you speak that in our Chichiga language that they actually understand? Someone deep in the village could understand.
Ndenda kwebaza abanyakabale ahabukwatanisa nitwe abebembezi meya wa Kabale umwami byamusha sentaro na kanso yeye okuleba ngututireho muranga okura ngutwarwanisa ubuvera twarwanisa za plastiki ebiri kwisha eitaka ryitu eitaka tiririho abanyakabale ririce nabwo kiri nukuri kwata kurungi kandi no kureba ngo ururembo rwitu twaruyonja rwarugamu oburofwa twababa yonjo rero twabona kwese imiseta one yitu n'abarambuza bari kwisha okutureta makasete okubutule ntunguka bagira umwanya mungi kukushemererwamo ndabwira kusima abantu bitu abwo kweta bo murango.
Well, there you have it. The chairman has actually made a much more clear point. Joining us again is Monica. Monica is a technocrat from the district level. Monica.
Yes, please.
Give us an overview of the entire city, because you know the figures. You're the people who lobby. You're in procurement. You know how much we need and all that.
Yes. Good morning, viewers.
You look in the camera.
Yes, good morning, viewers. And I'm so glad that NTV chose to have us Kabale here to profile what makes us the great district of Kabale.
But are you ready as a tourism hub?
Much more than ready. When you look at our beautification just here at the entrance of the district, those different monuments you see depict the different tourism sites of this district. For instance, the gorillas. We are just famous about that, and everybody knows in the world. And the best species you get it here in Kabale. When you look at the tea, we are an upcoming tea growing district, and this is a support to government programs because we are trying to fight and alleviate poverty among the Bachiga. Well, when you look at that winnowing woman, that symbolizes the culture of the Bachiga.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me about the culture of the Bachiga, because
for us, we are farmers, and for that reason, it is one of the tools that we use, winnowing tray. And you know, we are the only culture that grows perfect sorghum.
Oh, police!
Yes. Yes. And so the one of the tools to be used during the preparation of that sorghum until consumption level is a winnowing tray. And we encourage the women, the girls, the mothers.
Talking about the girls and the mothers in Kabale district, you as a mother, do you think government has supported the girl child and the woman in the district to flourish?
Perfectly well. And we are trying to continue supporting the women and girls of Kabale. First of all, we'll appreciate where we are coming from. That we are having challenges of our young girls getting into marriage earlier. We are facing a challenge of our young girls falling pregnant at an early age. But as a district, my chairman is never embarrassed of carrying his data, his figure, to whoever it concerns, to lobby for the intervention, to lobby from government for the interventions of young girls and women.
Have we had campaigns going down up to
yes, the chairman carried data to UNICEF. We are implementing a 5-year plan of intervention with UNICEF. We have, first of all, disseminated guidelines, the national strategy to end child marriages and teenage pregnancies. We are conducting dialogues with parents and primary caregivers and the adolescents themselves, directly targeting the girl child. And then above all, government of Uganda through the Ministry of Gender, we do interventions of the Uganda Women Entrepreneurship Program.
Speak that in our language. I need the women in the village now to understand that. You see, when it gets to something to do with money, someone deep in the villages need to understand. Could you give me that in Chichiga?
Yes. Yes. Abanyakabale na munongi mwa bakazi abina mangwe zishamuli kundeba abandi kandi mumpulire. N'ekyamazima government ya Uganda erarabira omwitaji lyayo erya ministry ekikura ky'abantu erabayiseho obuhereza obw'enkora ey'esente ez'abakyara. Kandi mwazitungireho murakimanya ngu ebibina 86 omu myaka 2 kushe byatungire sente, kandi twatungire sente eziralenga miliyoni 250. Mbwenu turi kubashaba ngu mweyongere kuza mu bibina, kandi n'aba bayakirire sente bagaruze. Kandi ndenda kubanjurira ngo sente zatangiye kugaruka za mu mwaka guhwire nka ebicweka 8 harigana byaherize kugaruka, kandi turi kugumiza mu turi kuhereza abandi bacyara.
Okay, let's talk about the youth in your district. She's saying, please, you can still be here. She's saying that the women got their money. Did the youth get their money, and did they use it for because 80% of their money has started to reflect back. Are the youth actually positive about this?
Actually, Kabale is one of the best district in terms of youth fund recovery. It is on the national record. The permanent secretary recently held a meeting with all stakeholders, and the Kabale was high on the agenda. So I want to salute the youth for being faithful. I want to salute the youth for being honest in using this money profitably for the benefit of their tomorrow and today.
Let's talk about the accommodation in Kabale now. I've heard the money is coming, but as regards to tourism, how ready are the investors, or is Kabale ready with accommodation, and how much are we looking at from the list?
I want to tell you that our people of Kabale have invested heavily in terms of accommodation, and that is a sign that we are ready to take off at any stage. Accommodation is not a problem in Kabale. Even if you wanted to bring the whole country here, they will get accommodated here. Recently, we hosted the Day of the African Decentralization. and everybody got accommodated here. We have hosted the International Women's Day when the president came here to launch the Shawo Yaba Chara, the Women Entrepreneurs Program. And all the people accommodated here. You can get accommodation within the range of 20,000 up to 450,000 shillings in Kabale. Therefore, we are all accommodative. Every class must be accommodated whenever you're here. Therefore, hotel business is on the highs, on the boom, and once again, the partnership that we have with our stakeholders.
All right. Well, just last week, a couple of things were actually highlighted in Kabale. One of them was the education. The education, the primary 7 performers in the mocks were very, very appalling. The chairman summoned all head teachers to come and explain why are we failing that. Joining us for that conversation is the chairperson of the teachers, the Head Teachers Association. Good morning, sir.
Unatu, chairperson Unatu,
yes.
Kabale district.
Yes. Your name, sir?
I'm Bright Byamjisha.
Bright Byamjisha.
Yes.
Let's talk about education, Kabale. What do you make of it?
First of all, I want to thank the leadership of Kabale, headed by Mr. Patrick Kihwa. Ever since he came to power, at least the education has been improving.
It has been improving.
Despite the
last
fact
week he summoned you people.
Despite the fact that last week we considered poor performance here in mock results, but it wasn't the case in point because some time back the chairman has always told us that we need to come up with good grades in primary schools, and it has always been done. Despite these challenges, but in the previous years, Kabale district has been on map, doing well.
What went wrong?
I may call it like teachers laxity.
Teachers laxed. Was it something to do with payment? Was it something to do with motivation, incentives?
Yeah, those can as well be there, but some teachers do lax. And chairman has always told us this absenteeism. Absenteeism in primary schools is rampant. And it is now coming to our rescue now. Maybe
what measures did you take as Unatu to make sure that this does not happen, like it is curbed in real time?
We are condemning these teachers like
You're condemning, but what action have you taken?
We are coming to those actions. We are condemning teachers like teachers absenteeism, and via this union, we are looking forward to talking to these head teachers. Maybe whose their schools did perform badly, we are looking forward to getting them. And more measures are going to be taken via our meetings, the Unatu meetings, the head teachers meetings. And I think if we meet the leadership of the district, there we can come up with some measures in regard to this poor performance.
One of the things you actually affirmed too was incentives. You as Unatu, with your SACCO, have you tried to empower the teachers financially to make sure that even when government is actually lacking or lagging about payment, you actually come through?
I want to thank the government of Uganda. President Museveni some time back promised us 25 billion.
Did it come through?
And he's fulfilling his pledge.
Okay.
Last time, through our Walimu SACCO, that binds the Unatu SACCO, the president released 900 million shillings. And here in Kabale, we are bringing a desk officer at the Unatu office who will be in charge of Greater Kabale, Kigezi region. Meanwhile, this desk officer is dealing with the Unatu SACCO, and teachers shall be getting money from that SACCO. They will be benefiting.
Shall, that is future tense, right?
Yes.
So they are not getting money right now?
They are not getting money right now.
All right. We're still having a conversation. Chairman, I want to get the figures right. These are teachers. Kabale being ready for tourism, we need to have our people illuminated with education when our children from the grassroots understand this. P7, MOG, half of your district is performing poorly. What do you make of this?
Well, MOG is MOG.
But it reflects what is coming.
MOG is MOG. So they are being mocked to be able to get ready for the final examination. But suffice to say, education has been on the rise.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm getting concerned with the leadership of Kabale. That out of 3,000 plus of our P7 candidates, 1,573 are ungraded.
That's half of the
Half
number.
of the number. And we have done our part as a leadership. And you remember, I am saying, because I'm a teacher by profession, the passing of a child is not entirely on the teacher alone.
Yes.
As a leadership, we have our take.
Yes.
The parent has got his or her take, and the school teachers also have their take. So we have done our part. I have a budget of 28.6 billion. But out of 28.6 billion, 12.6 goes to education.
Every financial year.
This financial alone.
Oh, God.
12.6 goes to education. What have I done? We have helped the teachers to be recruited. The office of the DO is duly recruited with all inspectors. Our teachers are paid on time. We have enabled our parents to put up structures for school children in terms of staff accommodation, in terms of classroom, and the government has come up, my district has come up to do the roofing for them. Why are we still performing poorly?
Poorly, that's the question.
That is, I have only 10 schools where every child in the P7 is ungraded. 10 of them. So I have called these teachers to come so to have got a sharing. Where could be the problem?
Yeah.
Because there is no teacher professionally who would love to see his child trained for over 7 years going home ungraded. So we need to establish where the problem is jointly. We are not condemning them, but we want to sit on a round table and say, where is the problem? And once we identify this problem, how can we tackle it head on? So that these remaining months, at least we can recover some of these from ungraded to some other level, so that the 7 years are not wasted.
As a mother, what do you make of this? Your daughter being in school for 7 years and she's ungraded.
Well, it's quite embarrassing, but at the back of it, there are lots of reasons.
Are parents playing their role?
That is also a very good question. When you look back at the role and the contribution of a parent towards the education of their child, there is where there is a gap. The teachers are not going to provide everything. No. While the child itself has got a contribution to make, there are other key players. Is the environment secure? I know we have cases where children go to school without a meal. And what do you expect of a teacher, even if he's a very wonderful teacher? You cannot teach someone on an empty stomach. So that goes back to a parent. There are children who will go to school without even a pen, without a book. And the teacher will really struggle to look for the books of his child, not even for your own child.
The government promised that, promised books.
We are still in the promise, but now we are handling the results. So to me, there are stakeholders that are involved, several of them, including the children themselves, that they have to read hard, to work so hard towards achieving a good result. We have the teachers, like the chairman UNATO has already identified a gap on the side of the teachers who absent themselves. That is also a very huge indicator on their performance. Then we also have the parents. To me, they carry the biggest role.
Has culture contributed to this in a way?
No, the Bachiga culture is very beautiful. It wouldn't contribute to the failure of any child. If at all we the Bachiga love our own. Yes, we love our own, and for us we love children. No wonder every household has usually got so many children. But it is when a parent does not realize their role, when there's a shortfall in the role of a parent, then it largely contributes to the failure of the child.
Well, there you have it. We're still having a conversation. Joining us for this conversation. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. I'm Kato.
Kato.
I serve as a secretary, executive secretary for Uganda Safari Guides Association, and also as a tour operator.
As a tour operator. Are you ready for tourism hub as Kabale?
Yes, I'm ready. We have done quite a lot in the sector as far as we're concerned. Suffice to say that tourism in Uganda is government-led, but is private sector-driven. The government does everything that it takes that everything could be there for tourism. but who is with the visitor.
When you
all
say
the time.
private sector driven, your costs
No, we are trying to say, can we cover the costs? And also, because you see, I'm not only doing the guiding in the field, but I'm also need to cover the cost of transport of the vehicles and then maintenance. But we're also looking at marketing the country. It is me who is actually the the best ambassador of the country in terms of tourism, because it is me who is with the visitor quite a lot of time. Right from the airport, right from the point of entry until the visitor has to go back to his country. It's the guide, it is the tourist guide. So it's me. And so what I portray to the visitor is actually what they take as the image of the country.
And we have enough skilled guides in Kabale as a region?
Yes, in Kabale, that's what I'm telling you in terms of preparation. We have the Uganda Safari Guides Association, and the Uganda Safari Guides Association is the umbrella association that brings together all tourist guides in Uganda. We have been working in partnership with key stakeholders, the ministry, the Uganda Tourism Board, and all other stakeholders, so that we professionalize all tourist guides.
How long does the training of a professional guide take?
Normally, the training begins, we are taking not people from the university, but we are saying anybody who has done some basic education, like ordinary level education, can go into tourism. And so we begin right from the basic, having skills, visitor handling skills, and nature interpretation. And so they are graded from bronze 1, bronze 2, and then silver, and then gold.
And then what are some of the key challenges you face as guides?
As guides, of course, the challenges we still face is that we need also the government intervention.
It's here.
That's what we need.
I love
we have been crying,
here.
and at the present time, we are grateful that they are responding. We went to his office many times. We have now the tourism office running here. Kabale is not only for Kabale per se. This is the center that is serving the whole region, like the greater former Chigezi. And you can see this is where we are so rich when we talk about Kabale. We are talking about Chigezi, we are talking about the Queen Elizabeth area, we are talking about the Bwindi, we are talking about the Mugahinga. Yes, the Bwindi Conservation Area, the Mugahinga and the Bwindi Conservation Area. We are talking about Lake Munyonyi and the region. And we are right at the center, Tanzania, Rwanda, Congo, so we are at the entry. And this is why we're asking the government also to come in. You see, this is even the first place. Maybe you may not know that this is where this is where Sir Winston Churchill named Uganda the Pearl of Africa. We have organized people from all over the country. We had a very big delegation from Kampala. UTB was involved. All the guides were here. We invited the leadership of the district, and we had a walkthrough. We had a tour all over Chigezi.
Wow.
And I took them to the place where Winston Churchill stood at Kanaba Gap and named Uganda the Pearl of Africa. It's one of the beautiful places where you are looking at the mountain, the beautiful mountain ranges on the other side, and you are looking at the rush of the beautiful forest canopies of Echuya ecotourism zone, and you are looking at Lake Bunyonyi, the lakes of Mutanda.
This is so rich, and I'm struggling to take the whole of it in, but I'll really take you so far, Skiza. Let's talk about if I'm a Ugandan and I'm wherever I am and I'm coming to Kabale for tourism, roughly how much money should I have, you as a guide?
If you are coming out of the country, we are looking at...
No, I'm a Ugandan. I just want to come and have the beautification this side.
No, you don't need quite a lot of money.
How much?
You need to have something like, if you have around $400, you're going to have all it takes.
Muzawa, no.
That's around 1 million point 5. You are going to enjoy the best, and you know, we give value for money.
Perfect.
We want.
There you have it, Kiza. My time is running short. Chairman, a few days ago, your council was ramming up the Rolex guys. They were banning their stalls. We have an issue of parking here, parking that is not streamlined. When your car is clamped, it's 50,000. Give me a quick highlight of that.
The mayor, Senator Obiamudisha, should have been here. I want to commend him. The question is, are we ready for tourism as a tourism town? Yes, we are ready. And that's one of the signs to say we are cleaning up.
You're cleaning up.
Rolex on the roads is an income, but at least the town needs to be organized. We are getting them a particular place, gazetting the area, so that they can serve the population better. You cannot have the parking
of the people.
The parking has just started in Kabale. And when something is starting, it starts with some challenges. Of course, but you are learning lessons. Parking in Kampala, the success that has been achieved was not achieved just within a day. Equally, we have now started street parking. And the people who have been contracted to do that have come with full force. And people are not used to this. They have been clamping people's vehicles. But we have called them for a meeting. The mayor, Mr. Byamsha, has called them for a meeting to stop the clamping. Their receipts are not in the names of Kabale municipality. They are not serialized.
They don't even have serial. They don't even have a TIN number. They don't have any tax.
You are there. But the mayor and his council with his leadership have addressed that. That is why I'm speaking with confidence, because we work as a team. We work as a team. And I want to tell the people of Kabale that we are here to serve them. They are our voters. We are getting ready for the development. Therefore, sometimes all these things must be well addressed. Security. If I am near the roadside at night, the buses travel throughout the night, and you come out of the bus, people who are surrounding the Sigiri snatch you and take you away. Who is to blame? So we must sensitize our people and say we are putting in a gazetted area to serve the people fair for security reasons.
Well, there you have it. We have had a great conversation with the leaders of Kabale. He has addressed the issue of the Rolex guys. Their stalls were being burned down, and oh God, it was very tough there. We have had issues. Teachers have been summoned to explain the poor performance in the PLE, and not only that, the beautification of Kabale as a gateway into the Kigezi area to make sure that we actually have a robust tourism and domestic tourism on the flip side of it, where Ugandans need to get involved. Kiza said all you need is 1.5 million Ugandan shilling, and you can actually come and enjoy the beautification. Come and see what I've seen. I can't express it well because it's too much for me, and I'm still taking it in, so you too need to come here. So from me on the ground, Andrew Chamagero Muntu in Kabale, you need to come and see this. That will take us for a short commercial break. It's still Morning at 10 TV.